Oh, it's been hell lately for the last 2 months. I want to talk to everybody today about LPR, aka silent reflux, airway reflux. I'm sorry if I stutter a lot and or stop talking for a second because my throat is killing me. And I'm not good at public speaking, so I'm gonna be looking away from the camera a lot. I know this is just me in my car chilling, but I wanted to bring awareness and bring my experience from this to light so others can probably benefit from it or at least learn from it. From everything I've read online, LPR was always it was a hypothesis, and it just recently became known as a disease. What LPR is, it's like a type of acid reflux, but not just acid, it's the enzymes from your stomach that come up past your esophagus, past your voice box and your throat, and it leaves pepsin behind. And when you burp that too, while that's happening, it gets in your airways and it causes bad chest pain. It can affect your talking, affect your breathing. It affects everything of your life. My life has changed dramatically in these last 2 months. I think the worst part, other than the throat pain and chest pain, has been the gas buildup, abdominal pain from the gas. But other than that, I developed anxiety really bad from this. I developed eating disorder. I've only been eating once, if that, a day. And it took a long time before anyone figured out what this was. That's the shitty part. I started off with mono. And I was never tested for mono, but I was just told by my doctor from blood tests I had mono at the beginning. But that's going away. Almost gone, actually. She started me on, I went into the doctor with chest pain and throat pain. And my doctor basically didn't test me and said, we're going to treat this like strep. Gave me some antibiotics. Cool. Well, I started taking those antibiotics and it did nothing. Well, I can't say it. Yeah, it did nothing, basically, except give me diarrhea. So, about seven days later, about a week later, she said, well, obviously this one ain't working. Let's put you on something called a Z-Pack, which is another type of antibiotic. I think it's called I don't know. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. And I had an allergic reaction to that shit. Ended up in the hospital. All it did to me, though, was make my mouth real numb, make my tongue a little swollen, some hot flashes. I got Pepsid, a steroid, and Benadryl in a shot. And the next day, I went to an urgent care and told them to test me for strep. They tested me and I came back negative. And one lady said, it looks like you have thrush in your mouth, which is basically a fungus that lives in our body. It's like a yeast infection of the mouth. And it's very common, but rare. Mainly babies get it. So she put me on something called nystatin. You had to swish it in your mouth and swallow. That's the next day. This was the next day I was in the hospital from an allergic reaction. I had another allergic reaction to that medicine. And I was back in the hospital. I had the same thing, Benadryl, steroid, Pepsid. The day after, though, is when I had bad acid reflux from the steroids. The next 2 days, I couldn't barely move out of bed. And the pain was so excruciating. I couldn't even take nothing. And that's where the LPR started. It got triggered by the steroids. Now, after that, I rarely have heartburn and stuff, but sonic reflux don't come with heartburn. That's the shitty part about it. You can't feel the shit unless it's really, really, really bad with a bunch of acid. So after being misdiagnosed twice, I had to go back. I went to the ER again for chest pain and kidney pain. And they keep looking at me like I'm stupid, but you can't see, with LPR, you can't see the shit in the airways. Plus the mono on top of that. And my doctor, my primary care doctor, told me that mono does not show up in the hospital's tests after 40 to 78 hours of having it. Which is sucky because we could have figured all this out at the beginning. I wouldn't have to go through all this. Well, at this point, I've already had, it was 20 plus blood tests, which each time you go to the hospital for like an allergic reaction or chest pain, they take about 6 to 7 tubes of blood. I forgot to mention I was in the hospital at the beginning with the chest pain because I was worried because can mimic heart attack and stuff. And AKG, it was fine. Everything was fine. I got COVID tested then. It was fine. Now, I've been in the hospital at least 14 times. I've seen my doctor 3 times because she takes her fucking time. I went to ENT, had to scope up my nose and down my throat just for him to see like the top of my throat and what's going on. And he's the one who said I have LPR. I went to another ENT, was going to get another opinion, but he was kind of a jackass. And I didn't get scoped by him. But he did make me an appointment with a gastrologist to get an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. I'm scared of that. I mean, with the colonoscopy, the prep, you have to take a 68 ounce bottle and drink 8 ounces every 10, 15 minutes, so you shit nonstop all day. You can't eat nothing all day. It's a laxative. It's liquid laxative. Which I don't do that until January anyways. But still, I wish it was a little sooner in a way so I can get that scope down my throat so I can figure out what's going on. I've had this since, this has all been going on since probably November 3rd, I want to say, 4th. And it's now December, what is today? The 22nd. I've been to the hospital so many times and misdiagnosed so many fucking times. They could have killed me. I had at least 18 different medications and I did not fucking touch them. And I'm glad I didn't touch them because the ENT said half those medications could have really fucked me up without needing them. I'm sorry about my language. It's just aggravating. I've lost 32 pounds these last 2 months. And that's without trying. I found some things that help me, which I was prescribed omeprazole, which is a PPI, proton inhibitor pump. I do not take it. It does not help me. But Famotidine, which is Pepsid, I take that in its place. Plus, I was prescribed it for night, but I take that in the morning and at night. And I just started recently taking that because after the 2 allergic reactions, I had bad panic attacks about taking medicine. I couldn't take them. I was scared. Out of nowhere, I developed this fear of medicine, this fear of allergic reactions, this fear of death. I never used to have that. I would just take medicine blindly, just pop it in my mouth and be like, here we go. Also living with this, I got irritable bowel syndrome. So you can only imagine with the anxiety that mainly what I do is this is TMI, but it's bad diarrhea a lot. Especially with not eating much, probably one bowl of oatmeal a day or a banana, which I do not recommend. I recommend you get on medicine as soon as possible so you can eat. Yesterday is the most I've eaten in 2 weeks, which I ate a bowl of oatmeal. Then in about dinner time, about 3 something. It was about 3:30. I ate about 10 chicken nuggets. Then around 8 o'clock, I ate another bowl of oatmeal, which is the most I've actually eaten in a while. I don't recommend the green liquid diet, which is the spinach, kale, and whatnot, if you're not used to it. I'm not used to it, and it tore me up. It fucked me up. I couldn't get off the toilet, and I had to go back to the hospital because I thought I had food poisoning. I've had 2 stomach CTs done. I've had a chest CT done. I've had a throat CT done. If you don't know what CT is, it's a CAT scan. And what they do is inject you with like a contrast ink that goes through your body so they can see shit better. And when they do that, it feels like you're peeing and hot air is coming out of every hole in your body. It's uncomfortable. I've had a throat x-ray done. I've had I want to say 2 chest x-rays, but with those x-rays, you had to get 3 taken each. 4. I've had 4 chest x-rays. I'm sorry. Yeah, 4 chest x-rays. I even went to the dentist to see if that could be causing the throat pain before I found it was LPR. And I had 18 x-rays on my teeth. I've had over 150 tubes of blood taken. I don't know. Hold on. Let me pull my sleeve up and show you. I don't know if you can see any bruises on this arm, but this arm you can see something. See some holes. I feel like a damn guinea pig and I'm losing my mind. This has been emotionally draining, but I do want to recommend something to somebody. If you do got LPR and you're having these throat pains, or you think you have LPR from the pepsin in your throat, alkaline water. I do the 9.5 pH. You can get it at Walmart. It's pretty cheap. I gargle that in my throat. I don't swallow it because I'm kind of scared to, even though it's safe to. It sounds intimidating. Alkaline water, 9.5 pH. Like I said, I have a fear now of allergic reactions. I'm scared to drink tea because I never really drunk tea. And I'm scared like I might have allergies to half the tea because they're made from like daisies and ginger and shit. That's been the worst part about this whole experience is the anxiety, the fear. It sounds stupid, but once you get in someone's shoes that's going through this, it's not stupid. At this point, I thank whatever God you praise, I have not gotten COVID, but I would have rather had COVID and got over it within 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They've been going through this for 2 months. I just hope doctors look more into LPR, study more into LPR, take LPR more seriously. Think about Pepsin when people have all these reflux symptoms. Well, when people have a sore throat, chest pain, lump in throat, hoarseness, tiredness, fatigue, trouble talking with the reflux. I really hope doctors take in consideration that it is LPR and actually do their fucking jobs every once in a while instead of guessing. I'm in a parking lot of a hospital right now. I ain't gonna say the name of the hospital or show the name, but they're pieces of shit at this hospital. After I came in for those 2 allergic reactions and those chest pains, I had an RN at this hospital yell at me in the fucking room, tell me I need to stop coming in because I'm gonna spread COVID or get COVID, and that I need to stay home and just suffer with this. That's literally what she said. I'm not down to hit a woman, but I about punched her in her fucking face. It's me thinking if y'all do your jobs, maybe I wouldn't be going through this. Because I've been diagnosed with strep throat, all they said was viral infection. They didn't specify. It wasn't specific about what it was. And I've been diagnosed with regular acid reflux, which is not. I've been diagnosed with motherfuckers put anxiety on one of them. I've been with the chest pain. They put muscle aches. If you see my fucking the state of my car right now, here I'll show. It's messy. I haven't even cleaned it up because I've been in and out of doctor so much. And this is only half the papers on the ground. Like you can see, like I have choking episodes. I was having choking episodes because the throat was hurting so bad, and that's another sign of LPR. Which when you start choking, you gag real hard and you have to spit like the postnasal drip up. But I just haven't felt like cleaning my car. And that's mainly because all the gas pain and chest pains that come when I bend over certain ways. This is a little bit of a long video, but I just can't help talking about it. I just finally had to get it off my chest. I will keep posting more videos now and updating as I go, which I should have been. And I appreciate you all for coming and actually watching this. I don't know if it's even going to help anybody, but I hope you all have a good day. If you're going through the same thing I am, try to keep hope, even though it's hard to with anxiety. Because this does give bad anxiety and depression. Oh, I got stuff in my eye. I'm sorry. I hope you all don't have to struggle as much as I have. And don't have stupid ass doctors like I have. I hope you all have educated people. I wish this on nobody. I wish no sickness on nobody. And I appreciate you all for coming and watching. Thank you.